Have you ever made Lilva Kachoris that turned oily, cracked while frying, or just didn't taste like the ones from Gujarati sweet shops? Today I'm sharing my family's style Tuver Lilva Kachori recipe with all the sweet small secrets that most people skip. One tiny mistake with the filling and one simple frying tip can give you the perfect crispy flaky shell. So stay till the end. Hey friends, welcome back to Breathe in Aroma. If you enjoy authentic Gujarati recipes like this and would like to support Breathe in Aroma, there are a few simple ways you could do this. Like this video, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to our channel Breathe in Aroma. Your support truly means a lot. So let's begin by looking at our ingredients. Here we have wheat flour, tuver lilva with some freshly chopped coriander, sugar, sesame seeds, garam masala, fennel seeds, grated ginger, half a lemon, and we have some crushed green chilies, salt as per need, and oil. To prepare the dough, let's combine flour, salt, and oil together. Before adding water, rub the oil into the flour with your fingertips. This small step lets you create flaky layers that make the good kachoris so satisfying. Then, once the step is complete, gradually add water. We're looking for a smooth but slightly firm texture, not as soft as the chapati dough. A firmer dough that is slightly bouncy helps the kachoris hold their shape during the frying process. Once the dough comes together, let's cover it and set it aside for resting. Resting the dough makes it much easier to roll and seal the kachoris later for the frying step. So we're going to start by grinding the tuver lilva. Like you can see on the screen, we want it a grain texture but not sticking together. We want the grains to be separate. Now heat oil in a pan. Once the oil is warm, add in our green chilies. I like cooking these until they're just fragrant because they build the base of the entire filling. Followed by which, add in our tuver lilva. Fresh tuver lilva has such a naturally sweet and earthy flavor. If you're using frozen lilvas, simply thaw and drain any extra moisture before using them. Cook for a few minutes. At this stage, we don't want to overcook the lilva. Keeping a little texture gives the filling a much nicer bite after frying. Let's reduce the heat here to low flame and begin adding in all of our dry spices. Add in the fennel seeds, grated ginger, sesame seeds, sugar, garam masala, salt to taste, and now mix this really well. Fennel seeds add little burst of freshness that pairs beautifully with the rich filling. I always lower the flame first prior to adding the grated ginger, as it releases the aroma and the juices, which may accidentally make our filling bitter. Now add in the chopped cashews and raisins. These are my favorite parts. The raisins add little packets of sweetness while the cashews give every bite a lovely crunch. Now turn the heat off and squeeze in our lemon juice. Adding in our freshly chopped coriander and giving it a good mix. Once everything is combined, we want to make sure we allow the filling to cool completely. This step is worth waiting for because a cool filling makes the kachoris much easier to shape. Now comes my favorite part, bringing it all together. Take a small portion of the dough, flatten it by using the rolling pin. The edge is slightly thinner than the center. That way, when you seal it, the dough won't become too thick at the top and the kachoris would turn out perfectly balanced. Now let's add the filling. Here, don't be too afraid to add generous amount of the stuffing. You want every bite to be full of the flavor. But just make sure we're not going overboard with the stuffing as well, as you can still seal the dough comfortably, and that's the level we'd like. And here you go, seal it gently. Take your time here. A well-sealed kachori makes the filling stay exactly where it belongs while frying. Now roll lightly. Use a gentle touch. Pressing too hard can tear the dough and allow the filling to escape. Prepare all the kachoris just like this, and then let's move on to our next step for frying. And now the moment that transforms these into beautiful golden kachoris. Heat the oil on low flame. The oil should be moderately hot. If it's too hot, the outside will go brown before the inside has a chance to cook properly. Also, you may see bubbles forming on the outside crust of the kachoris also. Once the oil is generously hot, place the kachoris into the oil. Don't overcrowd the pan. Giving each kachori a little space helps them cook evenly. And now comes the hardest part. Be patient. Fry them slowly over medium to low heat. This slow cooking is what creates that wonderfully crispy and flaky shell. Flip occasionally and watch how they gradually turn into beautiful golden color. That's exactly what we're looking for. If you enjoyed today's recipe, I'd love to know. How does your family make the Lilva Kachoris? Do you add coconut, sesame seeds, or any other special ingredients? Share your family tradition in the comments below. And here they are, golden, crispy, and absolutely irresistible. Look at that filling. You can see the Tuver Lilva, the cashews, raisins, and all those wonderful spices. The outside is perfectly crispy, whilst the inside is soft and flavorful. Served with green chutney or tamarind chutney. If this recipe helped you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more authentic Gujarati recipes made simple. Thank you so much for supporting our channel, and I'll see you in the next recipe video soon.